The best way to answer this question is probably by singing this very popular song from Karadi. My name is Madhavi, I am from Alleppey, I speak Malayalam, but I'm just like you. My name is Nattivar, I am from Srinagar, I speak Kashmiri, but I'm just like you. My name is Shamsher, I am from Ajmer, I speak Urdu, but I am just like you. My name is Vasundhara, I am from Vadodara, I speak Gujarati, but I am just like you. So when you look at this song, you know, there are so many elements that are covered in this one song. The elements are informative in nature, conceptual in nature, and mathematical. So there is the names, the places. When you look at the visuals, you'll get a sense of the dress, the culture, the language, so many different aspects that come together. On the mathematical element, of course, it's a much slightly more sophisticated explanation that we have to go into. But this is the way in which, let us say, the content can actually be created so that it encompasses a whole wide range of experiences and subjects for the child. But fundamentally, when we look at this question around why do we compartmentalize learning into subjects, even at a very fundamental level, when we look at foundational literacy and foundational numeracy as two separate things, we are actually embedding a certain bias, likes and dislikes. From the point of view of designing a curriculum, obviously you have to think of the elements. But when you present the curriculum, the child, the learner, and especially the early learner, should not have to actually look at this as separate entities. In fact, considering, you know, how vibrant, how absorbent, how powerful this child's brain is, and the fact that the child has still not discovered what he likes and dislikes, you know, the most important thing for the child to do is just experience something that encompasses a lot of different ideas in one entity. So when we look at this song, or when we look at, you know, what are the stories that we tell our children, and how do we then take that story in such a manner that I can discuss a whole range of ideas and topics with that child, at that child's level, to the extent that the child's life experience offers, you will find that a lot of learning actually happens in that process. And that learning is not only engaging, beautiful, but also very, very deep. It is not difficult to look at two elements. One is decompartmentalize, and two is make it non-linear, in the sense that, once again, the way that we grade ourselves in terms of, when you look at a first standard child, you say that, okay, this is the kind of things that you must learn by the time during this age group. Ask any educator, any of you, I mean, you look at it, is that class a homogeneous class? Is that class built of similar capacities? Aren't these capacities evolving? And so one of the beautiful things that NEP actually does in the statements of its principle is the fact that it takes this whole bucket of 3 to 8 as foundational learning. Now, if we start breaking it up as what should happen at 3, what should happen at 4, we're completely defeating this fundamental idea of the fact that let a lot of experiences be created. Let a lot of stimuli actually be offered to the child. Let the child take what he or she likes in whatever order that he or she likes. Don't make it grade specific, don't make it subject specific. Try to create as much universalization as possible. And this way you will find that the learning is not only joyful but extraordinarily effective.